Sktv menyo sema cheni tina ke asema yamu enyi sano muni emu aye yo enyi lofa emu aye yo
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money. And I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the TV, and I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out of the club. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are red. The broadcast we giving are real and I promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nimba to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Monserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bronx down to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
Indeed, Sktv is the best in Liberia. Sktv is the best in Africa, and Sktv it is the best around the world, folks. What a way to say the pleasant good evening and welcome. Today is Friday, having to be the 18th of April, the 4th month, and for matter of fact, the year we made the same 2025. What a way to go. Good evening, folks. Please let all of us share the show. Like, comment, and share. That's the best way to go, because today, trust me, today will be interesting, because so many things to talk about, so many things ongoing, especially in Nimba. Yes, indeed, in Nimba County. So all of our team members will be here with us in the very short period of time. They are setting up. They will be here with us. I'm seeing Mona already. Mona already setting up behind the same. And CP colleague from Nimba or Bella State, Sheikh Sharif, will join us. Steve, the 12 Talking Steve, will be here with us today. Monk will also be here with us, and Mr. Connor, if possible, will be here with us. Mind you, today is Friday. Which type of Friday is that? Some look, yeah, they could be interesting. Yeah, but I remember Muna on first and see which type of Friday is this. Some people don't even know, especially those of us who claim that we are Christian. You know, every time people say things, this and that. Sometimes it's good to just ask them one question, you know, like I was telling somebody. But before that, let me welcome Muna. I don't know whether Muna is set and ready or she's still setting behind the same. But Muna,
I'm set and ready to go. You know, whenever you see my logo, which means my camera no signal later will pick up.
Okay, Muna, no wahala, man. Dear. Good evening, everything. How going you there?
I'm okay, my dear brother. And you?
Well, for me, I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing okay. Thank God for life. It's just that sometimes I feel sorry for our politicians, but for me, I'm okay, because, you know, that's what people keep saying, that it's better to eat your dry rice in peace. You know, Muna?
Yeah, in peace. In peace.
Yeah.
No wahala.
Look,
Yeah, they
dry
dry.
rice better, Muna. Yeah,
No,
Muna dry
pepper
rice
is so
is
far.
better. Seriously, Muna, because dry rice, no stress, nothing behind any kind of, you know, nobody going to get you out and say, oh, what happened? Oh, maybe, oh, the other one, the press release. Oh, I got to be putting a press release back to back. No, So people, please let's share the show. Yeah, Mona, good evening again. For thank you for joining us. Always, as usual, always making sure that you make come on so that our people in the southeast, especially in Zwedu, Grand County, at least so that they can follow all of our broadcast. But Mona, let's share the show. We just come here so let's encourage our people to share the show. Those of you who just joining us, please like, comment, and share. But Mona, go ahead. How's Zwedu? I saw your role. I'm not talking about I saw I want to post some or maybe to post it on our live. I don't know, is Redru, is that Broad Street? But I saw, yeah, I saw the place.
The road that they have the same parking on.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Mona, you
That
guys see me.
Door Street, the place I'm talking about. The place
Broad
I'm
Street,
talking
right?
about. That Door Street there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Door Street.
Door Street, yeah.
Okay, that's
Door
just I
Street.
just saw
Yeah. That
very
that place,
different.
that place, that death trap. That place, we got nothing holding that place under. Nothing.
No, it's not
Yeah.
that
Just that quota. Yeah.
Muna,
So I know
one
what I
other
say.
role that they show I come in, I'm going to show you the role Muna and see as to whether what these people what they this Isa Isa Granjira good. I think I'm looking for that role Muna. I have it downloaded in my phone, but all that process. So let me see because they posted it. I think Isa Granjira posted it. And they're doing well though. Their blog is doing well. Some of you from the from Granger. Follow this blog. It's Granger. They give you all of the happening, all of the latest news and so forth. But Missy Mona, I think I will show you the what people you please share the show. Mom will be here with us. Please like, comment, share. I have serious thing to talk about on this road because even I pray that good, this is the road. Let's assume that we all fighting for development at least for development to come. What the little one will have, we can't even meet it, we can't even take care of all of these things. Muna, this is the road I'm talking about. I'm coming to me. Okay, good. Muna, this is the road. I think the road is Broad Street, right, Muna? Muna,
I'm looking at the road and let you open the see.
hey Muna, you in Zwedu, you in Granjada. This road, which part?
Everybody
Is
just
is that
everywhere.
Des Golf? That road here, I disagree that that road is Deswell Street. No, that road is
No,
a Broad Street.
now there's just street that Broad Street, right? It's not
A
they
Broad
really
Street,
green.
right?
Now there's just street, yeah. Yeah, now there's just street, yeah.
Mona, you see, I left on that there for a very long time, but I can still
Yeah,
remember all of these things. So there's a Broad Street.
yeah,
Am I correct?
yeah.
Good. So see this road, Mona. This road, see how the road look.
In the Broad Street, that the Broad Street. Well,
Thank you.
you call it Towa, call Towa Street, famous Broad Street at the place here.
Okay. Oh, is it 12th Street?
There are Towa Street, but now I know that the famous name Broad Street.
Okay. So the
But
name has been changed.
the famous the meaning right is Towa Street. Come on, say when I came in where I call it Broad Street, so the is that famous name. I think I know Broad Street, but it's Towa Street. Commonly called Broad Street. The meaning everybody know. There's a
Oh,
street there.
okay.
Is
Okay.
the all
All
the
right.
put that
That's
film.
good. All
Yeah.
right. That's good. So, Mona, my take on this road is that this road is beautiful the way the engineers, the way they build this road, right? But Mona, see this road, even for God's sake, this road is paved. But to see the road the way Mona it is indeed disturbing because you see the sand, you see and this is just
Seriously.
this is also unique even in the national capital Monrovia. These are kind of roads that we have. These are kind of a system of road network that we have. Where all of our roads are all most of them are paved, but they are all dirty. See this road, Mona.
Mm.
What say
They are paved by out there. They are road Broad Street. That Broad Street, that place had a very serious problem. We're going to sit on that road. Last year when the motorcyclists, contributed, we had to face that play horse on diet to see how best they can face that error. But my brother, we keep
well?
talking. We will not stop talking. Yeah.
So we just try to tell some of you, even the Duport Road to where we are right now, to where Truth FM is situated, the current advisor, one of the advisor to the president. I don't know whether you councillor or wow, Kofi Woos. Uh-huh. He was the former popular minister. I think honor his regime or
Yeah.
honor his term. That was the time they built the Duport Road. But today, the Duport Road, go and see the sidewalk. They have new lights, oh, lights all on the Duport Road. I'm happy. Congratulations to the president and to the government of Liberia. But the Duport Road is the the beauty is not coming up because why? See the way the road is, Muna. If you see Duport Road, the sidewalk that people to walk on is open.
Yeah.
It's, it's
Wow.
almost a death trap. The same thing, yeah. People fall into that pit, and the people see it like a sport. They just get used to the kind of system, and they just move. Because even if you fall down in a hole, if you hell, you not hell, you just wake up and walk. Who will they complain
Just
to?
web your say, just start going.
Who are
You
they going to
you
live
don't
or
want to
maybe
go
not
there
complain to?
around.
That's the kind of. So you see how we
Yeah,
look.
seriously.
Now Dupont will have street lights. And the street light at night, I think it's almost 6 o'clock, by 7, all the street light will be coming on. But it's still bad because the, the beautification of the roads are not coming up just because they won't treat the roads. Mona, most of our roads are dirty. Most of our
Most of
roads,
them, most of them,
but
most
still
of them.
government still looking for a job for people. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know what kind of job are you still looking for. When you have the roads that are supposed to be maintained by people are supposed to be sweeping, cleaning the roads. Even you talk about quota, the quota is black. Sometimes you paint the road with black paint or paints, just like that, to make the road and to make the city fine. But most of our city, Muna, I'm so disappointed to admit before you come on. When I saw that road from Zwedu, I broke down and said, no,
Oh, yes, oh.
the same system in the nation capital, the same system everywhere. Because if the capital city is dirty, people treat the roads anyhow they want to. Then what will happen in the lower countries? The same thing. But why, Mamuna, tell us how some of the happening in Zwedu? I better say Grand County.
Yeah, my brother Grand Judas County. Maybe sometimes it just baffles me that you will think that this person that is there is not doing something good. But the person who is not there, when they finish talking, when they criticize, you say when put a person there to do something better, but put them there, my brother, and you will forever regret it. And that's what happened to us in the country. We put them there, we will criticize them. One thing we good at talking when we are not there, when we're not in that position, we'll talk all the good things about ourselves and things, say all kinds of things, all good things. But when you put us there, my brother, you start to complain. Our Zwedri is okay, relatively kind. Yet today, Good Friday, wherein people are going to church, people are reflecting on this day that Jesus came on this earth to die for his sinners. So it's a day that set aside that we Christians will reflect on what he passed through for us, to die for our sins. That today we are free. Despite we may sin against God, but we say, God, forgive me, you forgive us. So people are going to church today, telling God, thank you, reflecting on how Jesus was crucified, what he went through, the beating they gave him for our sins. Yeah, that we committed to set us free. So they did that people going to service, going to church, going to God. But some people will call and say, today you see today people go to church, but less than an hour and 2 3 hours from now, some of you will see, even some areas until you'll feel discouraged. You'll feel discouraged because this day set aside, they say we Christians go to church, say Good Friday, it's not about just going good or to go in the church. Just take the whole time, just reflect on God, know what he went through for us, all those things he passed through, just to see the day we are free today. So that we're going to church that you God, thank you. And that's what happened around today is where you. And also, people are still calling on the local authorities to do their best. They can prioritize those things that matters in the county, other areas, other things that people complaining on. If you go to move in that direction to see our best, grandchildren can move forward. And one of my regular callers will say using general brain. Because you always say general brain. When you general brain, you will have other people ideas to see how best you can put all that together and move forward. But personal brain, just your one. Maybe what your brain tell you what you would do. So using general brain, love for county, love for each other, we help all of us, not ourselves, we help all of us move this county forward. So that's what happened when I'm in Grand Junior County. No chaos, everything going on smoothly. People are doing a normal thing everywhere.
Oh, wonderful, Mona. Thank you. Good Friday. Thank God that Steve is here. I'll be asking, maybe all of us will be talking about uh, Good Friday and what are some of the things that we all will learning or we learned from this day, or we are having to learn, or maybe we'll be learning from this day, and especially when it comes to the 7 words that were said on the cross according to our Bible, and what are some of the things? Because mind you, though, these things are things that we supposed to keep at back of our head all of the time of our lives. But again, today is Good Friday, like you said, Mona. Thank you for that. And also, those of you who joining us, those of us who are Christians, we always observe this Friday. That means that's the day that Jesus Christ was betrayed by Judas Iscariot. A lot of people posting, but others are also saying that how will people even post on a day if we have so many people betraying people back to back? But again, my brother is here. Steve, let me say a pleasant good evening, my dear brother. And what say you had a Friday?
Well, good morning to you, Milborn. Good morning to Liberians from all walks of life. Those of you in the diaspora, those of you back home, it's good to be on. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. And the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. That is my view. I don't know about your view, even though we have some concerns with some of them, but they are the most beautiful women on earth, in my view. Even in our disagreements, I still believe that Liberian women are very beautiful. That's what I believe. Happy Friday. Good to be on. I'm not sure if Sekou or Milborn will be joining us. I know Sekou is busy. We text this morning. We spoke briefly because I missed a call from him. Called him back. So yeah, Milborn is good to be on. It's a Friday. For me, the Friday is still the same. For those of you Christians, those of you who are Christians, who are still in the mindset of Judas Iscariot, you're still mad at Judas Iscariot that he betrayed Jesus. You make no sense. Let me say it to you. I know some of you about to get vexed. Some of you the Jesus Junior. But you just got to turn your brains on a little bit and think about this twice for it to make more sense to you. If you're vexed with Judas Iscariot because he betrayed Jesus, you make no sense. You are a joker. You are not ready yet. You need to open your mind. You have no clue about why you are mad at Judas Iscariot. In fact, if there's anything you know, be thankful to Judas Iscariot. You know, tell him thank you so much. You need to tell Judas Iscariot thank you. That's what I wanted to say before I get into details. Unless you have any further question for me.
Wonderful. Thank you, my dear brother. I know that always when you hear, especially on the kind of day, you have your own take on some of the happening. But we moved, like you said, yes, indeed, when it comes to this entire day, we who are believer, we have our own take. Some people send this money, some people been to favorite churches or places of worship where they go to teach or to stay, maybe talk about this thing. But again, you were talking about people should pray. I'm a bit confused. So let me ask you first, then I will be able to bring out about some of the things that we all learn, or maybe that you may have learned from this day. But I move on as to what many of you saying that people should pray or people should give thanks to Judas Iscariot.
In fact, let me say it today: if you're a Christian and you vex with Judas Iscariot, you need to thank Judas Iscariot and apologize to him. Let me say again. If you are a Christian and you mad at Judas Iscariot for betraying Jesus, you need to tell Judas Iscariot sorry and thank him. Melbourne, you who are Christians, let me say it to you today. Most of you have been taught the wrong thing by the wrong people. You have never been taught the truth. So you have a serious problem in even understanding what is truth and what is not truth. Here is the truth of the matter. Jesus himself said Judas Iscariot will betray him. And that's what the Christian Bible says. So Judas Iscariot came to do what he's supposed to do. Then you there? Secondly, without Judas Iscariot's betrayal, according to the Christian Bible, you will get Jesus, you will get the death and resurrection of Jesus. You got to be mad at Judas Iscariot. You got to be mad in the head to be mad at Judas Iscariot. You need to thank Judas Iscariot for doing what was right, for fulfilling what was right. Judas Iscariot betrayed Jesus where? Judas Iscariot did what he's supposed to do. He played a role. What are you talking about? Judas Iscariot played a role. In fact, Judas Iscariot a hero. Oh, you ain't believe that one again? Judas Iscariot a hero. He played a role. He did what he had to do. Don't be that way. Be there with the people who wrote the script and selected him to do it. If you're there with Judas Iscariot, then you need to be there with God. Who said Jesus ought to be betrayed? Oh, you know that? You're not ready yet. You are not ready yet. So you're not ready for the kind of hardcore discussion. You are not ready for the kind of intellectual discussion where we take you into the Bible so that your minds can open. Oh, you don't know that? In fact, some of you don't even understand that Judas Iscariot was the favorite disciple of Jesus. Some of you don't even know that. They have taught you that Peter, James, and John were the favorite disciples. No, that's not true. Oh, because Jesus told them for them to go on the mountain to go pray together. So you assume that. You know how much time Jesus protected and hid the identity of Judas Iscariot? You know what I mean for you to know that somebody will betray you, but you still protecting it? Do you know what that means? I want you to go think about it today. You know that somebody will betray you for them to kill you, but you protect that person's identity. You keep that person close to your heart. You don't tell anybody about it. You don't open it up. You don't even call their name. And you veil Judas Iscariot? Maybe you need to be veiled with Jesus. Why Jesus not call his name? Why Jesus not spit on him? Why? I leave that story, man.
And to even add up to what you are saying, you know, even in the midst of all of the other disciples, when they were having when they were eating their bread and having everything that they were doing, you know, and he said, someone will betray me. So Steve, for myself, not the way you can talk, you can just spoil everything. But you know, I'm not trying to get something out of you, because how come he knows very well, and that's the kind of life that we all live night and day. We know well that people will always say things against us. We know well that people will criticize us. We know well that people will gossip us. We know all of these things. So you just remain cool and you move on. So Jesus Christ know very well that Judas Iscariot.
Judas.
Yes, Judas Iscariot going to betray him. So what he did was, okay, I know very well that in your midst, yes, somebody will betray me. Then everybody start to accuse. So you don't think that Jesus Christ have the power to say, okay, you this person that will betray me, he had the power, but he just decided to do. So that means, you know what that will bring back to me? That also bring me back to the book of Proverbs that talk about he will keep his mouth, keep his life. Because sometimes we talk too much until we go beyond our own lives. So there are so many. But again, my brother, let me ask you one of these questions from the 7 words that was said on the cross. And one of them was, Father, forgive them. But they don't know what they are doing. Are we that Christian? Even though you say, I don't know whether you are a believer now or you're a Christian now, or you say, but are we that Christian?
No, wait. Before you can't go right me, before you ask a question, let me clarify so that people can hear.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I believe there is a God. I believe there's a God who created the heaven and earth. I believe that God means well. I believe that God is in our interest. I don't believe in Christianity. It's contradictory. It's crooked. It's criminal. It's destructive. It's divisive. I don't believe in Christianity. Let me say again, I am not a Christian. I don't believe in Christianity. They fool you there. They manipulate you. They play you. They brainwash you to the point where you can't think for yourself. Imagine I go, grown man, let me go sit down somewhere. Somebody read Bible and interpret to me. You mad to do that? You should read Bible and interpret to me? So what wrong with me? Why I want to school for? You got different way to interpret it. Some of you say your pastor did not even go to Bible school. Then I know what they can be talking. So I'm not a Christian. You're a Christian, you'll be ordered. You're the Christian, you'll be ordered. They'll be brainwashing you and fooling you. I'm not part of that foolishness.
So my question now to you and that of Muna and maybe some of our followers and listeners, I know some of you will text, is about the issue of forgiveness. You know, when you go back into the book of Matthew, you will also notice that the Bible also talk about us as Christians praying for our enemies, forgiving our enemies, those people who hate us, people who betray us, people who persecute us. We should be able to forgive them. But in the generation of ours, especially the new transactional gospels, you notice that we are praying for our enemies to die. What say you on this day, Muna and that of Steve?
I know Muna won't go first. You want me to go because it doesn't matter to me.
Of course, Steve, go for it.
Let me say this. You see why I can be a Christian? I too bold and I too strict for Christianity. If I be a Christian, I will create so much problem for your most of your pastor there, your deacon and your bishop, your apostle. I will create problem for them. I will put them on the spot. I will contradict them. First of all, the issue of forgiveness is a choice. You are not forced to forgive anyone. It's a choice. Let me say it again. It is a choice. Forgiveness is not for the person who do you wrong. It's for you. It's for your peace of mind. It's for yourself. It's not for that person. Because, let me say this, Milton. Just from a non-religious standpoint, you don't have to do anybody wrong for them to do you wrong. People will do you wrong if they feel like it will benefit them. The same way is we can have expectations of people. You know, normally when I'm having these psycho-educational courses for therapy, when I'm running a group, you know, we talk about boundaries and how people think that when you set boundaries for the other people, you know, it's not for nobody when you set boundaries for yourself. For example, me personally, I set certain boundaries, right? One of my boundaries I set is this: wherever I live, there will be no alcohol. That's my own boundary I set. So I don't care how much I can be cool with you, Melbourne. If you come to my house, you will not enter in my house with alcohol. Oh no, you will not. I don't care who you are. You can be my back come from the grave or my mom come from the grave. You will not bring alcohol in my house. That's my boundaries. I am protecting my space. I'm protecting my area. Does that mean I'm better than you? No. Now, when I go to your house and you get liquor in your house, that is your house. You can choose how you want to run it, do what you want to do. The day I choose to go there, I should accept also that I will meet liquor there, and I have to accept that fact, right? So you see the difference. So it is up to you to protect the boundary. The reason I'm saying this is because people think when you forgive people, that means God will forgive you. That's how the Bible interprets it. But it contradicts itself too. Because when you read First John, when you read First John 1, when you read verses 8 and verses 9, it uses the word if. If. So that means you have a choice to forgive or not to forgive. Let me say this to you. There are some people in your life that you will never forgive as a human being because of what they did to you. And that is your choice too. There are some people that you forgive and you never maintain that same relationship with them. So the whole thing about, Jesus saying, Father, forgive them or whatever, can we interpret that as I can commit any other sin in my life and God will forgive me and I go to heaven? Does that mean that your Christian people that who they're teaching you once saved today, saved forever? Does that mean that it's applicable? Is it true? When you save today, you save forever. You can do anything on earth that you save. So for the day Jesus said that thing on the cross, according to your Christian Bible, that Father forgive them for they know that what they're doing. That means why you still there with Judas Iscariot? Why are you still there with Judas? Why are you still there with Judas? Jesus said you must forgive Judas, and you passing around disrespecting Judas. You still there with Judas, and you want to ledger me? You don't understand Bible. You really need to go. You don't understand Bible. Your pastor brainwash you. Your bishop brainwash you. In fact,
yeah. Thank you, Chairman. Muna, go ahead.
Look, baby, let me tell you something. I'm not pastor, okay? I'm not even prophet yet. But you see, the whole God business with doing Christians and things, right? If you know the God you are serving, if you know the God you go to church, you call in the God, if you know the God you are serving, neighbor, everything will go on smoothly. You won't even go to pastor to say, Pastor, pray for me. I'm going through the problem. I'm not seeing my way through the habit of me. You won't go there. Because if you know the God you are serving, when you speak, say this thing I'm going through, but the power in the God I'm serving, it will work, it will happen. But you know, sometimes people go to church and think, you go to church, oh, the pastor thing say, I see 10% traveling here. You don't even get a passport. The employer say, yeah, I mean, you don't even get a passport. Then with someone they say, I see 10% traveling, you can't sow seed. You don't want to remember the whole Christian business. I just saw your bad brother. The whole Christian, you not go to church, but sometimes to fellowship. They make some people and think, but the God we are serving, the God who can cut there and everyone. We don't know the God we are serving. We won't sit down and pass. We won't go and pass the care completely and say, pray for me. They won't go into my hair thing. I can't see my way to that. You won't go there. Because when the pastor you are going to, you don't even clean. You don't even clean. You don't even know what he can do. Then you going to him, he's calling daddy. I'm going to my daddy. Because you don't know the God you are serving. That's why you are going to pastor, pray for me. Then you go tell you, say tomorrow you're traveling. Now you get a passport. Then you say tomorrow, say, yeah, I'm here. You get married tomorrow. Now you get married. Bianco, man, say, married. Say, I'm here. Then Bianco, man. Look, maybe I won't talk it.
Maybe add this on what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
The pastor never sat in car or motor where to move from ball play to tap a time before. And he tells you you travel. You believe that joker? He not travel before? You believe that joker? Also, God calls people. You can tell you say you travel. God can tell you that one. That joker so can tell you he not travel before. But let me just say this: all of these things are psychological and emotional. They play on your mind and your intelligence. They do. They do. And the pastor tells you will marry. You not tell your pastor you marry. The pastor is simply telling you you need to go take man for another woman. That's it. That's the code. People then they be shouting and speaking in tongues and making noise. You might not go hustle. Don't go hustle something. Be there talking about God will bring you a man. You're not ready yet. You are not ready. You are not ready. You need to find out what the pastor. Wait, Diego, I know you want to interrupt me.
No, I want to ask you and Muna the follow-up question. I know what you people are saying, but I have a follow-up question quickly, maybe before but tell what I'm also here. But the follow-up question to you and that of Muna having to do with, should we blame the new transactional gospels, or because mind you, Steve and that of Muna and maybe Sheikh, maybe Monk also coming. Let me see, Monk is here already. Should we blame the new group of people, or because this is not used to happen like this, Steve? So how come the entire Christianity has been manipulated? It's not turned to business, because mind you though, even in the same book of Matthew, when Jesus Christ went to the temple, where his father built, where the people were selling goat, they were selling sheep, he fought them, he beat them and threw them out. But today, if you even notice, it's like, I don't know, they be turning into another form where we have people collecting money for this, people collecting money for that. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
More the church has turned to a most business center of venture now than any other thing in recent times. Let me tell you how. They are to collect money from you in any way, shape, or form, with all you knowing that they're exploiting you and taking money for you on a daily basis. You know what? The few days there was a friend of mine who called me. He's a pastor. Somebody the echo from somebody the echo from you. Please mute your phone because we're getting through. I'm not sure if it's from I think we're from Monk. A friend of mine called me who's a pastor, and he wanted to run some ideas by me as to what he can do to help motivate his congregation. What are some of the things that he needs to do or whatever it is? So I turned the question back to him. I said, what have you been doing? And typically in the church, one of the way they eat money from you is the church anniversary. You buy different lapa, you put money together. We come in there so that the strategy that they can collect money for you. Right? You pay all the money, and you're good. And you've been doing the same thing. You see, I used to do it before. To be honest, our parents, we should do the same thing. If we go there, we do the same thing. Nothing changed, no innovation, nothing to benefit the people. So it became for me like a cycle that we're in. I mean, it was like a clown show. We look forward to that. Nothing different. So I told him, I said, before you even tell the people or try to motivate the people to give or whatever it is, I want you to be realistic with the people in your church. Please go tell them going forward that when you pay tithe, it does not mean you will not get fired from your job. When you pay tithe, it does not mean you will not get sick. When you pay tithe, it does not mean that your husband will not leave you or your wife will not leave you or your children will not get sick or bad thing will not happen in your life or your family when you pay tithe. That's not true. Go tell them that and tell them you are sorry for all these years for telling them lies because you yourself, you were ignorantly taught these things. Go start from there. Then I said the second thing you need to do is this. Tell them that the only reason why you are asking them to pay tithe is for the lights in the church to keep on, for you to pay the mortgage for the church or the bill for the church, so that the church can be kept and running, because the Holy Spirit will not come and do that. And not the Holy Spirit responsibility. Make it to them that it's a responsibility. And they need to do the same way they can pay rent to the house, they can pay their one, they can pay that one, they can pay bills, the church need to pay bills too. Explain to them and bring how much the church pays a month. And every time they contribute towards upkeeping the church, make report to them. Let's start from there. Start thinking about strategy for them to come and pay. And he said, you know, we had a candid conversation. He said it's a good thing. He would think about it. You know what he told me for? He would pray about it. I said, no, you don't need to pray about it. The fact that you are saying you will pray about it means that you still want to be a crook and a liar. You don't need to go pray about it. But the reason I'm saying all of these things is, Melbourne, this is where it started. The reason you see today in a church there's so much of a manipulation or whatever it is because we were taught the wrong thing. And we need to accept that we were taught the wrong thing. It is okay for us to say we were taught the wrong thing, but at least our eyes open now.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes, correct.
Instead of defending it, instead of getting vexed when people say it, instead of making it look like people against your religion or whatever it is, accept. Look, just open your mind and think for once that I've been doing the same thing in the church over and over. We grew up in the church, we saw our man and doing anything, and I benefited, and I do anything. How come we are still doing the same thing? Think that way. The last thing I want to say anything, and more can come is this. I've told you before, I want you to ask any Muslim. One of the Bill of Rights to be a Muslim is you got to pay your tithe and offering. Do you not hear Muslim passing around making it low like when you not pay tithe, you're not prosper, you not? No. They teach the children from a very young age that this is a responsibility and a commitment. So it becomes embedded in them. They know that they are supposed to do it. This is what Christianity or Christian people need to do. We make it look like if you don't pay the tithe, you're not going to heaven. God will not bless you. That's two different things. So you see, let me tell you something. When you teach the people the right thing, when you show the people the right thing, it becomes something that they will live by, they will do. That's all I want to say. So that where we are now. The men are master new trick. They're selling oil now. They're selling oil to leave your man. In fact, I don't get who get it oil to leave my man, and who other woman who get it oil to leave your man. Trust me, your man get more than 2 different women there on the line.
Because they don't want to sell goat, they don't want to sell sheep, so they by the way. Yeah, my brother, good evening and welcome. Today is Friday. Friday. So many things to talk about, but let's start on the religious side, or especially for the Christian, or for those of all who are Christian. What say you on what we discussing or talking about?
No, well, for you Christian, not all you Christian. I'm not Christian, I told you. Leave me last statement.
But what I say for those of us now, my young man, don't come put me to wahala.
Today is Good Friday, so I'm going to pick your brain on the show, because yesterday we have a conversation about the holiday stuff, the religious holiday, and there is a big difference between specific days set aside for religious holiday and days that are globally recognized. I want someone on the show to tell me which specific day in Liberia is known as a Christian holiday.
There's no holiday here for Christian. For me,
There's,
I can tell you
yeah,
for free that there's no holiday here for Christian.
yep.
All the
And
holiday here for for all believers.
yeah, let me tell you something. You are right, 100% right. There is no day in Liberia that's considered a Christian holiday. Christmas is celebrated worldwide as a Christian celebration. Ramadan is celebrated worldwide for Muslim. Hanukkah for Jewish people. The reason being, the only two religious holiday that got some kind of an implication in Liberia was an act of legislation. That is the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving Day, and it was not restricted to any religion. So I just want to get that clear that in the history of Liberia, there was no specific day set for Christian celebration, even in the US. Now, when you go to the Jewish state, if you go to Israel, just for example, Israel is one of the countries that represent the three Abrahamic relationship, or religion. Like they got the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, they got the Al-Aqsa Mosque for the Muslim, and they get the Temple Mount for the Jewish. But when it's Christmas Day in the Jewish state, all the Christians, they celebrate Christmas. When it's Ramadan, all the Muslims, they gather on the Al-Aqsa Mosque to celebrate that day. So the reason I brought this up, because I did some sober reflection last night. I was looking for that, and I called someone, the person said, no, there is no day in Liberia, even though the founding fathers of Liberia, majority of them were Christian, there is no day set aside in Liberia that's considered a Christian holiday. So that's it. I see you guys. I just want to make that point.
Mo, you going?
I won't be here that long. I'm in the hospital
Yeah.
right now. So
All right, no problem, Mo.
I just want to make that point.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mo. Thank you. You are correct. To our sister, Grable Girl. Actually, let me be frank. Most of the politicians, quote unquote, they come from all of the religious backgrounds and so forth. So sometimes when we come here, we got to be able to see these things so that our people can understand, because there are some churches that in some of the community for 30 plus years, there no impact. That's what you're talking about. No impact. And you can't call yourself a church. You're residing in a community and no impact. Then that means you are totally in darkness. Let's be frank and let's say this thing to our people. Steve, there are some pastors who are on payroll. Let me be frank. There are some pastors who have been paid to teach the word of God, to preach the word of God. So it's like their own is like God already create some kind of special area for them that they'll go to heaven. So for us, we got to pay them for teaching us or for praying for us. So all these things, we got to say this to people because there's no impact. There's no impact. That's why poverty continue to eat us in Africa, especially for Liberia, because churches that are supposed to be making impact, they have all of them account for, they have everything in their favorite bank account, they have money, but they're making no impact. All they do, the job, get all of the clothes, they dress well, they have plenty of cars, and that's it. No. So that's why when we come here, we'll be talking about some of these things so that our people can understand that indeed they need to read the Bible. You need to read your Bible. God not got a speech for you, and God is not your enemy. That's why Jesus Christ died, so that you can be close to God. Thank you, Steve. I think we can move. If maybe nothing to say, then we transition to politics.
Well, the only thing I got to say is, I don't know if when Easter falls on a week or working day in Liberia, is it celebrated? Do you guys stop going to work for that day?
No, people go to work.
Okay. Same as Christmas and other holidays, right? Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's not.
I think only Christmas, in fact, New Year Day is also worldwide. There are few holidays that are worldwide holidays, and these
Right.
holidays are also celebrated here in Liberia. The New
Right.
Year Day. New Year Day not for nobody. So go ahead.
So Mabel, the reason I was asking this question is because it's important for us to understand that anything you do in life, you must be able to impact humanity for the better good. Let me say this. In America here, the people don't do all the extra. You don't find them fasting and praying and wasting time and making noise in the community and yelling, just making all night, all day. You get different. You get the other, the Holy Ghost fire must come down, revival. Jesus Christ must see me through, revival. All kind of stupid title then. We don't do that foolishness on this side. But guess what? When you go to church on Sunday, the place is packed. You know what the secret is? The secret is just different. We can speak in tongues all day. I see some people making noise all day. They speak in tongues, talking a bunch of stupidness that don't even make any sense to themselves. They're just talking stupidness. And I have to admit that we all were part of that foolishness before. All of us, and it's seen on myself. But I'm glad that my eyes are open and I'm frank and clear enough to say I can never participate in that kind of deceptive life again. In that foolishness, I can never be part of it. No, I can never be on that line. And no, it may anybody let them be there, but I can never die, be part of that foolishness and that stupidity, because I don't even see anybody again anymore. Melbourne, here's the secret. Here's the difference. The people in this country, the church, the pastors in the country, they affect the lives of people where you can feel it. So guess what? Automatically they gravitate towards the church. I'm being honest with you. Look, the people will give out to the widows. You know what the Bible says we should do? To the orphans. That's what we must do.
Right there, Steve. That's the key.
I'm saying this because this can be a teachable moment. This can help some churches to change the game and become better. How many churches in Labrador, with all the tithes and the offering that they're collecting, how many churches can say, you know what? Let's be of a blessing to the orphan who this coming Christmas. Let's buy a couple of bags of rent and take it. You know what they're waiting for? They're waiting for you to come and sow seed. The pastor driving big car, sweating like Christmas chicken. He can't and talk foolishness. Go to medicine man. Some of your pastors, then, like I said to you, they're homosexual. Some of them, they are gays, your bishop them. Some of them also, can you imagine your pastor in society? And you still saying that you are mad. Some of you are mad. You gotta change.
And let me just add to you, my brother. You know the frustrating one that Mona was talking about, some of our women. Let me tell you, Steve, it is indeed frustrating that you will see a wife who's supposed to pay attention to her husband and her home. She will take all of her time, spend it to the church. Nobody knows what she's looking for. What you're looking for, nobody know. When you try, you say, I gotta go do church. Well, so you abandon your husband and some of the pastor too. And
but the husband is who can stand and be on our Melbourne. The husband is who can stand and be on our free net waiting there, wasting their time. They are said to their mumu. He running behind the pastor. I'll be running behind the mother too. You think on our crap? Me, you should be on our foolishness. I will settle you. I will let you know what time it is. You will understand yourself. We're supposed to be on our foolishness, me and you. You should be bouncing around. You supposed to cook. Take the poopa in the food. Carry it to the church in the name of you going to serve daddy. One idiot, one joker. In the name of you going to serve daddy. If I'm telling you what to that daddy, I will tell you what to the daddy ceremoniously in the church. I will tell you what to that daddy. In fact, you know how to do? You know how to do? You laughing, you're not seeing that. You know how to do? The daddy who know wife, and the daddy who know wife I will go for. We shall be on our free net. While I punish that daddy one time and you put his head again.
So there's a saying now, Steve, that when a few group of people that can eat our sister and money, or the women and money. Number one, the daddy, they need your call. They know how to control them and eat their money free of charge. Then you just talk about, look, we gotta be serious in this.
One of my picking out a pregnant mother. Daddy said will put his life together. You will put his head together. Daddy will put his head together. I plan to put daddy. I will get one of my picking out a pregnant mother. They will know what time it is in the time. He's all bring out food in there. Then we'll go to the case of Jesus. You're laughing, you're not ready. You don't understand something there. Now we don't want to put daddy there. We don't want to overnight daddy there. We don't want to position daddy there. Bring that daddy crap here. Can't be making money.
And let me tell you, so quickly.
You're laughing, but I don't know.
Some of our mothers, they're going through a lot. You know, there are this program quite recently where one of our veteran journalists, in fact, I think either so-and-so Brown or some kind of Brown, yes. In fact, she went there and it was all about, she was to preach, or in fact, she was to talk about some of the pastors' behavior. So she talked about some of the pastors, the way they can abandon their wives every time they up and down.
Wait, let me get the other joker attention. I know Alfonso Dalu, quite offensive. Go sit down in your house. You're not supposed to be here. Now all of you the joker there. Now you're there, your wife then can be with daddy there, and you're saying a whole bunch of mumu. You think that mumu conversation will come in? You think I can have conversation to please your people? Look, people who are brainwashed. You think I get time to waste behind some of you? You really think I get time to waste behind some of you? Now some of you who your wife then, your pastor is sleeping with your wife, and now some of you are here passing around in the name of you obedient to one joker. You really serious for you? You're not ready yet. You are not ready yet.
If there were no money business into the entire thing, Steve, let me just say that quickly. If there were no money business, there was no tithe and offering into this thing. You will not see most of them. Most of the people today, you see the job that Steve saying that they're stepping into all the communities with soundbar. Yeah, there people can't even sleep.
And you know what, Melbourne? Even the politician, let me tell you something. Even the politician, the way our people suffer in our country, most of them are the product from the church, from different churches. Most of them, they are products from different churches. And for me, that's why you see I like to start out with the religious part of it first, so we can get this thing clear. Because the product we get from the churches, the training that they get, that they're exhibiting. What kind of group of people just believe in suffering your own people? What kind of group of people is that? What kind of group of people is that? Okay, I'm going to call you for offensive statement. I don't care if you listen or not. You're not important. In fact, you'll be black from here. You're a fool. I don't deal with fools. I don't deal with idiots.
But one thing about all these things that we say, let me refer my brother. Alfonso, my brother, everything that we say here is not about maybe the way you think. We're looking at the kind of slavery that because our people they've been native for years. So churches only committed for 30+ years, no impact. Now, so government frustrating the people, churches or religious people too frustrating the people. Then where will the people go? John the Baptist, some of you who know these old stories, go out there and search and check out these people. These people, they were not parading, they were not laying down in churches and eating and sleeping. No, they were going out there talking to government. They were going out there talking for the people. That's what they were doing. But today, we have all these things. No, people building churches. Every day, people have their own churches. All they can do is to just build one community, get money, 50 to 100 churches. You don't want to talk about this thing.
I don't think we should transition to politics because you're going for the news bulletin very soon. We'll get back to transition. Yes, what do you think?
Also, you want to talk about the politicians. So the Steve was saying, where the politicians come from? The Pharisee religious era.
Yeah. Look, I'm yet to see in our times a religious person that will stand up and say, the thing what you're doing, or to even write a piece to say this is wrong. People children die in our country. They're mute. They say nothing. Everything just like it's a regular thing. So, okay, who draws the line now? I thought the religious leaders supposed to be the people that's supposed to be standing on that land to make sure that they're holding these politicians accountable. But they're in the politicians, some of them, they're in the same society with the politician. Some of them, they're homosexual partners to the politician. So they can't say nothing. They saw the birthright. And I'm supposed to say that and follow those kind of people and follow that kind of religion where you get nobody that say anything. Everything the only country that other countries you go there, renowned prominent pastors, when something is going wrong in the country, they speak about it. They don't care about the consequences. They call the president out. If the president is a liar, they call the president liar and say he needs to stop lying. He's the leader of the nation. But in Labrador, I challenge them. They can't say anything. They can't do anything. But they can be setting their own bowls, collecting government money. So what is this? When we talk about it, and your Jesus defender, they won't kind of. You can't me on Jesus being I'm way ahead of you. At least stay there. You stay behind Jesus. But you can dress in the morning to go to church. Me, I don't dress in the morning to go to church. No, I don't. I can later go. In fact, I can go to work if I won't go to work. I mean, it's a wake up in the morning. I mean, it's a waste my time. I will go to event if you invite me there in my heart, I want to go there. If it meets my time, I can go there. But to say that thing, why is to do by in the day? Wake up in the morning, call my sleep to go listen to noise to the same thing. People making noise all day. Yet I want to tell you, you're not ready yet. Oh, you're not ready. I pass that level. I'm too big for that level. Big ball. The way me and God can communicate with someone like that. No. And you know the thing about it is God can probably sit down here and just laugh and say, look at that other idiot. Look at that other idiot. You've been doing the same thing, your mom did the same thing, your father did the same thing, all of them die. Nothing, you're not getting no result from it. How you sit down and you're just a lad? People that are not even so position your position. On Facebook, I seen one other pastor, guy, women heels on. And people sit down in the chair listening to him and saying preaching. Huh? You need Holy Spirit to come and tell you man, I can't again.
So the people as if they do these things to how they call it enslave our people. Let me be frank. They're going to tell me went for that I know presidential dinner. That was I know are they crying or we're gonna cry and they want to pray for us. Look, about the country, this country. These people have to stand up. You see your people are struggling, they are suffering. And you sit down, you and politicians, you are dancing, eating, dining, and whining. So what did to make you happy? And most of the old churches, Steve, all the land that they have today, that they are all using a free land that was given to them. The land they have, they own the free land. They don't pay they pay nothing to government. And they have zero impact. Are you kidding me? Most of their schools, all of the churches, those churches, their schools are so expensive for the same poor people who go in there and pay their tithes or their offerings and so forth. And when we come here, some of you won't identify, you won't get your feel. Look, we know already, some of you, we know you, but we don't care. So, Steve, these things are getting serious, and we will come here most of the time. Sometimes we will leave politics and talk about these things, because that's why Africa is poor. That's why Liberia is in poverty. When last did you witness any of the churches or some of the bigger churches talking about maybe building this, giving back to the community, doing this? So where all the tithes and offerings that you're collecting every day. Oh, so it's only for the pastors and the few head of, the thing just look at the system in our governance system. The politicians, they are a few group of people, they eat the country resources. That is the same thing happening even in the churches. Few hundred of people just sit over the church resources and just eat the money.
Imagine you have a church that has a school.
Mm-hmm.
They all use the tax, they use the tithe, pay your money.
Yes.
Go to school. But then you trash those same people. Huge amount of money for the children to go to that same school and learn. And we also be saying that. We also be saying that as in church. We support that church. And I'm supposed to let our pastor and his children and his family and the school in the name. The school in the name. The same level they live from the church, the same level they carry the politician do to you. The politician and bait. The other time, Melbourne, when we'll talk about it. When you ask that question, why are they renting government building? Why are they doing what they do now? Melbourne, that is same mentality. That is same mentality.
I said the same thing, but I just said that out to you. It's the same thing.
I'll leave it for the news break. After the news break, I'll be back.
Yeah, thank you, man. Dear. Thank you, my brother. We'll come back. So, folks, to those of you who just joining us, this is the Sktv show. We'll be with you up to 8 o'clock, but at 7, we're going to go for news break. Please.
Maybe on please make the announcement. We got Monday message, right? Please make the announcement.
About the Friday, let me see how best to pin the number. As usual, Friday here we come here. So those of you who are supporter, don't always forget about Friday. Yes, indeed, we'll come out with you more on that. Yes, again, please, we want our religious people to make the difference. Even when politicians are treating our people bad, our people depend on you for their life to move forward, for their life to get better. You can be in a community, then it's like you are darkness to that community. You know, it's bad. It's bad. When scholarship come, you want to put your children and your closest people that are close to you, you give them the scholarship. Why you have some smart children who are even beating the drum, the guitar, and even who are even cleaning up the church. Oh God, Father, help us. Help us all by not eating my people. But again, that's the life we have to go. If not, we're still waiting for our news team. Let me see our best. But Sheikh, what's up? Everything from Nimba quickly.
Yeah, good evening. I'm just sitting quietly monitoring you guys. Thank you for the analysis anyway. But the thing, Nima is okay anyway. We are fine. And too many things happening. When we come to politics, we'll discuss some of the confronting information in Nimba County. But I must tell you, Nima is okay. And yes, I just monitoring you guys concerning the whole pastor issue and thing. You know, I'm just smiling because imagine pastor endorsing Kennedy or in the Maya or then the member together, Kennedy. The whole church will be divided. The whole church will be divided because pastor coming will say me I supporting Samuel Koga. Everybody that supporting the person. Then the member in the church you having a people they supporting. One is what is gospel going to be preaching at church? So for me, I'm just enjoying the conversation, and I hope on Friday we'll take time to talk about some of these things. You know, I don't know, Mona, this thing can happen to your area when the election is coming up.
Brother, I think you hear about it. All the pastors, all the prophets you see them coming outside. So now you see them there, when you see them hearing the politicians say you can give or say you can feed, right? You get me looking. When you see them hearing the politicians, you can just be looking like this.
The pastor that preach when the vice president came here, I was like, wow, I will call him about it, man. Well, I don't know why they can do all the Google preaching when things going wrong in the country. They don't come and tell the people who they can preach for a time. And that's why
that man pushing for a lay hand out, a lay envelope.
Yeah, man.
Envelope.
It's too interesting. It's too
because
interesting.
That man know right after that preaching thing. Let envelope go.
Yeah, but me that's what I can enjoy about them when they preaching that in a political gathering.
When you see they will see things happening to rather come to speak out. I don't know they can be afraid of what. They mobile money business private thing in a country. I don't know. They can't speak out of issues when you rise. No.
In the election, everybody taking a side. All the
get ready to call.
Tell me. Yeah, it is good that we talk about some of these things over the weekend on Friday.
Friday, to do some education.
But I must admit, I must appreciate you guys for the analysis this evening. It was just fascinating. And you imagine many people don't know how to
share some of us, let me be frank, some of us will take our own life and put it on out there, or maybe for risks or any way that people will term it. We don't care because these are facts. Let me be frank. People fought hard for the day that, for example, for the gospel to even reach the fight. People fought, so many things happen. So to see just few of people who are transactional, because mind you, people are not taking notice, and thank God that we live in a new world or the technology world. They are transactional gospel. And if you are not careful, you will fall for the transactional gospel just because you want fasting. For example, I think Monk tagged me in a video where a lady was, in fact, she was talking about the older women. They are no longer fasting. The younger women, all they want is they will just give them something. They will just call them and say, "Oh, send me something." Then when the young woman say, "Oh, they man myself we together," in fact, they will say, "Leave that man, forget it." Then so she was saying that these things are terrible, and it's true. It's in the Bible that the older woman should be able to advise the younger one on things that they experience, so that the younger one life too will not get, maybe it will not go the way their life is. But because people don't care, if I'm able to scorn my life, I mess up with my life, all the other people that are coming behind me, I want for all of, for everybody to be the same. No, it's wrong.
But even in your own house, when you born your children, the way they see you behaving, that's how they can behave. If like Steve was saying, and you don't drink liquor, when his children come out, they see him not drinking liquor in the house. He think we'll carry liquor in our house. But they woke up one morning, they saw one glass of pasty sitting, on his table. The other one too will go for your own too. So that's how it look.
Yes, indeed. Yes, that's the fact. Let me be frank. If you notice now and then, my brother, even today we say, oh yeah, today is Friday, Good Friday, yeah, and there and there and there. How many Christians today? I was somewhere today just joking with some of my, with some people. Oh, a Christian, I say, okay, please quote one scripture. Some people don't able, some people don't know, some people don't even care. Just because they feel that they will go out there and the pastor will one way or shout, because some of the pastors, look, you're not doing well. You shout in the ears of your people, and at the end of the day, they learn nothing. All they hear is all of the sound. You just shouting. Who are you fighting? Who are you fighting? We'll ask some of you this question today. Who are you fighting? Even Jesus Christ, he was not fighting Satan at that level.
No.
He was always asking people, what do you want me to do for you? And exactly when he said, oh Lord, cleanse me, he clean you. When he said, Father, make me to walk, he made you to walk. When he said, Father, make me to see, he made you to see. He was not just passing around looking for cases, buying cases like some of us, our life today, where families are falling apart just because most of the pastors are buying cases. Oh, that your mom made you like this. Oh, that your uncle make you like this. Oh, that your father, you are buying cases. They're not for you. So when you do these things, what's going to happen is that people will not see you like you are not doing the right thing.
But in that real prosperity prayer, when the prayer announced prosperity, like you will get this, you will get that.
And that's the transactional gospel.
We don't take the church serious. We don't take that man of God serious. We want somebody who will say, you will get rich tomorrow, you will travel. Satan will not enter your house. Where is Satan at? Have you seen the Satan before? And you as a pastor can get sick almost every time you to the hospital. So what's that what you telling me to now?
And that's a transactional gospel. Share quickly. That's a transactional gospel. Let me be frank. And that's what the ear want to hear. None of that. Let me be frank. All we are saying is that people are getting bitter. People are angry, as if to say what we are saying here. Or maybe this thing are not the fact. There is no way that, for example, that you will be the light, because according to the Bible, when you are a believer, you are the light. But you are completely dark in the community. Then, my brother, you got to check yourself. That means you are not doing the right thing. And that's why today we are living in abject poverty. It's just because of poverty today people are sleeping in the churches. My brother, let's be frank. It's just because of poverty. If it were not poverty, people don't waste their time behind somebody quote unquote cajoling all the time, telling them to do this, telling them to do that. People fasting for 21 days, people fasting for 40. To do what? To do what? So you can fast, but you cannot fast even equal to your law. Because guess what? If you do these things, you will be confusing yourself and you will be taking risks of your own life. You don't even know what you're into. So at the end of the day, people just see themselves like, oh, are so holy. You are now holy, my dear. You are now holy. Stop deceiving yourself and teach the gospel to the people. So what we are saying here today, Sheikh and other our people, is that we want the religious people, for me, in general, to make the difference. On this day, those of you who are Christian, please, we are appealing to all of you. Let the light shine. Don't be the darkness. In the community, don't do it. Be the light. Be the light. Let the light shine. Because the poverty in this country is too much. Until people, even if you post one vacancy of my brother, the thousands of people that will land up for that vacancy, you won't believe.
Oh,
It's
yes.
just because people have nothing to do. So when people have things to do, they won't be part up in that church, laying down, doing all this. No, they will work. And God don't have a problem with people working. No. God don't have a problem with people working. The only thing God, pray without ceasing. You see that what when Steve was mentioning about the Muslim system? Let me tell you. Pray without ceasing. That one thing that I do admire about the Muslim is that they pray when that time reaches. My brother, how many of us today, those of us who are Christian, all we do, we just shout, and do or no. But you got to pray.
No, only for Sunday. When is Sunday?
Thank you. When it's Sunday, and maybe Wednesday, or maybe one of these days. But you got to pray all the time. Pray to God all of the time. When the time reaches, let the people know that you are Christian. Don't boast. Don't tell people that you are Christian. Oh, hey, I'm Christian. No. The way you will work with people, the way you will live with people, the way you will behave to people, it will speak volume. But you to be boasting, then then you fail already. But I move, Mona.
But before we move on, maybe most of the churches that really preach the actual messages, when you go there, you don't see a lot of people in those churches. I don't know if you observe that. You don't see the congregation as to that expectation. You see 10, 15, 20% in those churches because those pastors are fire for fire because they tell you the truth directly from the Bible. But more churches who want members and don't easily go directly to the Bible, you see those churches all the way packed because nobody wants to tell anybody the truth. You tell somebody the truth, it makes them vex.
Yeah, great. I like that kind of a question and I like that statement of yours. But let me just tell you some of the things that is missing. You see the reason why the people are following the transactional gospels and leaving our tradition churches here and there? It's very easy. Look, let me tell you, Jesus Christ, they're both practical and physical, or let me say spiritual and physical things on this earth. So these are things that one missing. And when you are preaching or teaching the word of God, and you are not also doing the practical part of it, people will not be part of you. That one, because people want to see what you're talking about for truth to say yes. Jesus Christ turned, for example, turn water into wine. Now you got to do these things. You got look. People got to cook food in churches. How many people cooking in a day? It's in the Bible. Cook so that the people can eat, celebrate. How many? So some of the old traditional churches, they see themselves like they are poor. Now when you hear about poor, the other church all right, because they see themselves. Who told you that you can celebrate? Who told you that you can marry me? Who told you that you can shine the baby, or you can paint the baby, or you can shine? Well, because I had seen themselves. So because of that system, the new transactional gospel, the people told they say, okay, for us, we will put all together and confuse the people. Then they will know now which way to go. And my brother, so that's the system we're in. But anyway, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, you see, maybe sometimes some of our pastors, right? You will see because of their morning business. Somebody you see someone in the church, they're devoting their time, going in the church in the morning, sweep the whole place, dust the chairs, everything. But because you don't have to give, they don't have time for you. Most of our pastors, they don't have time for you. Even you're sick, they don't have time for you. When you come in the church, you get envelope, you get $500 US, you give it 1 year, they heal you. Maybe for God, if you don't come to church one day, they don't even see that church that Sunday for 1 minute, they will raise concern. They'll be asking, what that sister, what that brother? But you that can devote your time in that church because they don't even have time for you. Even you are sick, no concern. That is sometimes some people will leave, some people will say, I'm not going to that church again. They will stay back. When you ask them what they say, that church, you go to that church, that once you don't have it, they don't have time for you. Because I don't get money, today we are going to church, I devoted my time in the church, sleeping in the place, doing everything. But because I don't have, even when I'm sick, no, but when they see you in the street, they can ask you, why don't you see today? Why don't you see you? That person can get you good talk. They will answer you bad. That's what happened to most of our church, most of our pastors. The money business. The money those people in the church working for God, doing the will of God, doing God work, without getting paid nothing. They don't have anything, but they come to the church, doing what they're supposed to do for God. But because they don't have it, most of our pastors, they don't care. Even some members, they don't even have time for you. They can't even ask. Even you in the choir. Once you don't have it, you don't up to that standard. Even something wrong, you said they don't care about you because you don't reach that standard. They don't even have time to even ask you. That's what happening in most of our churches these days around. No care, no concern because you don't have money, you don't have good clothes to wear, you don't have anything where you're all dressed and things, but you need you go into the things of God in the church. They don't care about you. They don't have time when they see in the street. They won't ask you. What happened today? I will not see today in the choir. Why are they not in the church today? My brother, I can't answer you. But because when I get it, I share, I go in that church, I get money, I waste money, so I do this. When you see me for 1 minute, they're concerned. Hey, what happened to your sister? What happened to your sister Patient? What happened to Brother Prince? What happened to him? That's what happened to most of our churches these days. Our pastors, they're money business. That's why you see most people who rather in their core business, they can stay back. When you ask them what happened, they say that church, but you don't have it, you don't have money, you can't wear good clothes and things, but you're in the church working, they don't have time for you. They don't care about people who have it, who can give to them. Whether, oh, pastor, I gave you one today, that daddy, let you mother, let you. They put you way up. That's what's happening. Let me say, I said to my sister, I said to Mensa.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, my sister. To I know some more table van or how you may call or name, I know he or she. But anyway, thank you for your comment. That's great. But maybe friend, still have nothing to do with me. I've been at this for a very, very long time. Maybe you don't even know me. So Steve, one way of doing things or thinking, that's the one way of thinking. Still don't even read Bible for me. That's the first thing. Still don't. You were here when Steve and myself when we were holding and pulling about some of the other scriptures on some things. Yeah, you're talking about Steve. What I gotta do with Steve? That's Steve's business. Still like he can sound the way you want to sound. Still like he can break away. That's his business. But I will tell you, I'm still remain Christian 100%. And I will tell you that I read my Bible. I don't even need to even consult anybody before reading my Bible. No, I read my Bible every day of my life, and I pray to God every day of my life. So we're just telling you the reason why Africa is poor, why people are playing DV to go to the Western world. Maybe not need to play DV to travel out of the country. No, I know everything here is okay. That's the land that God gave me, gave my parents. Why should I run away, almost like running away? Why should I run away from my own country to go to another country? Just because my country is underdeveloped, my country is poor, no job, poverty is eating me up. So, my dear, we will speak out. But still back, so we can continue now to our politics.
Well, are we back on the news bulletin?
Yes.
You know, Melbourne, to be very honest with you, part of the reason why many people tune into the show many times when I'm on and listening is they let it through. They let it through. It's just that they want you to say the truth their way, the way they used to be, the way they can say it. Imagine someone will come and tell you the thing what you're saying are true, but my friend, the truth is the truth. I could care less about your but the truth is the truth. And I'm not changing the way I say the truth. No, I'm not changing it. Look, it left for you. But I know many of you, when you leave on this show and you lay down or you sit down by yourself, consciously you can admit to yourself that the thing what you can say on here that true. You think I'm waiting for you to agree with me? You really, I know there's somebody who's waiting for me and you to be, first of all, said me, you can't be on the same line. Because you know the truth. You have refused to accept the truth. So you get your own issue that you stay struggling with, that you can come here and be fighting the truth. Me, I don't kind of fight the truth. I say this and I walk away. The only problem you got, according to you, is the way I say it. And let me say it to you. If you think I will change the way I say the truth, you get years to fast and pray. I ain't changing it. Bro, I ain't changing my system. Don't waste your time. You want change anybody, go change your children, go change your family member, go change your pastors, go change your politician and who you support. Me. You're not able to change me. Don't waste your time. You can't say what you want to say, don't waste your time. Because I will not change the way I say the truth. So Melbourne, that will lead the people in with a chair. Jesus,
pastor, they can call us or Steve. Even let me be frank on the show. Let me tell you as we speak. Pastors are texting back to back. People
if you pastor, you want for me to give you free consultation as to how to change the gaming library so that you can get the attention that you need, so that your church can be packed. With all you being a homosexual, with all you going to medicine man, go take in dirty water, be doing all kind of funny thing there, with all you lying and stealing. So I told you before, if I decide to move to Liberia, there's one thing I will get engaged with. It will be church. And I will revolutionize by the grace of God the church business in Liberia. Why you do church business? Let me tell you something. Liberia people going to gravitate towards things. If they see you doing something differently in the right way, they'll gravitate towards it. I know our people. I know our people. They can just kind of act off, but they just want consistency. They want to see some. That means they will open church in Liberia. And I be on the scene, let can fast and pray, let can speak in tongues, be bouncing around. No, I will look for different idea, new strategy that will be realistic, pragmatic, technical, strategic.
Jesus Christ will not even speaking in tongues. Whole day speaking in tongues. And
no one you can rest assured that while open child, bro, you'll not be part of the church. Oh. You will be member, but you can't be part of the leadership. I already told you that before. Yeah, you heard that. Maybe Moon I have, but you. I don't trust you.
My man, I'll bring member though. Trust me.
When you bring that, so cook, then you bring around.
But they want a deacon already.
Pastor deacon, you see the one who get one Joseph Baga ain't Pastor deacon. Brother,
deacon play different things.
That ain't there. But Melbourne, something important that caught my attention from a political standpoint in Liberia. Was the blatant disrespect and something that Jeremiah Cohn did. And I want to remind the Liberian people, because on SKTV we can tell you certain things that will happen. I don't know if you got the video, Melbourne. I know Monche, the sitting vice president, doing campaign time. And not like he went to speak to the elders of Nimba. And not like he went to speak to the ladies. But the interesting part is also the superintendent, Maipia Gono, was standing right beside him. He was distributing monies to the people during campaign time. And listen, the sitting vice president, Jeremiah Pankun, was handing out money to people during campaign time. Let me remind Jeremiah Pankun of something. A few weeks before Nathaniel Magio could get sanctioned, you remember he was in Bon County talking a bunch of foolishness, and it is also alleged that he was sharing money as well. You remember that? Jeremiah Kun, I don't blame Jeremiah Kun. I know Jeremiah Kun don't understand some things. I know that, but. We'll remind Jeremiah of what he did in Nimba County. He'll be reminded. Very soon he will be reminded. Very, 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 very soon. Very soon. Nathaniel Magio did similar thing. Nathaniel Magio, he did similar thing before he got sanctioned. I challenge Magio to say that the videos are there. He did similar thing. What the Unity Party is doing is problematic. It's troubling. It's very disturbing. It is. I know sometimes, in many cases, we criticize the CDC, that they are not the right people to checkmate the Unity Party or whatever it is. But I believe even if the devil came from hell, that is if he actually lives in hell, if the devil came from hell and said what is truth and what is right, I will respect that the devil is saying what is true and what is right, regardless of the devil being the devil. Say this to say, if seditionists criticize them, it's good for them to criticize them. It's okay. It's acceptable. Yes, some are claiming as hypocritical and so forth, but it's acceptable. What the Unity Party-led government is doing is very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. It will destroy the country. It will create a problem. Imagine in this time where we are worried about how high taxes in the United States, there's tariffs, things are high around the world, a sitting vice president during a campaign time, where he's not even involved with it, he's not even the person that they're campaigning for, distributing physical cash. Oh, Jeremiah, that video has been sent to places that you don't want it to go, but you already gone there. I want you to hear it today, Jeremiah. You screw over big time. You screw yourself up. You mess up big time. You mess up big time, Jeremiah. I don't know who gave you that, who told you to do that. I don't know what was running through your mind, but you mess up. You mess up. Not only that you put yourself in a place, but you created evidences around yourself. But maybe that's one of the things that caught my attention. And I just want to say to the Liberian people that Nimba County, there will be violence. I don't care if you come and say, oh, you can't say that. You can. Yes, I can say that because I know exactly that will happen. And the Supreme Court's idea of putting the announcement or the ruling between Speaker Kofa and the disgruntled group of people. The idea of putting it on that same day wherein announcement from the votes or other thing will be done is a strategic, distractive method, just so you all know. They want to distract the Liberian people from what will happen in Nimba County in terms of the result. It was deliberately done, and it is wrong. Let me say again, it is wrong. It's a distraction. It is a distraction. The Supreme Court would have picked any other day. But they want to distract from what they want to do in Nimba County. Say I don't say Gonkanu or whatever it is. Rest assured, we saw CDC writing the same thing that Nathaniel Magil did nothing wrong in Bon County when he did the same thing. We saw it, my brother. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Go mark today down. And today at the 18, go mark it down. Go mark it down. You internet against us, so I don't worry about you. We're discussing with serious minded people that internet against. You're not put credit on your phone today, so you're ready. Go ahead.
So our check is there already, but there are a lot of things happening. Steve, like you already started. Let me just add it to you quickly. There's check, and that money will come in. Then we go straight to the line to interact with our people. But again, yes, with the ruling coming from the Supreme Court, that will be the next day after elections. You know, people have their own take on that as to what's going to happen and so forth, and what their own are planning about how they even put the quote unquote the bill of information right after elections. So again, with the issue of campaign right now, I'm also following some of the activities. I'm seeing that I'm also hearing that on tomorrow, Mana Ide Congrova will be launching a campaign. Maybe tomorrow should be launching officially. And I'm also following all of the activities. I'm also seeing some of the opposition members, including the CDC, also fighting high to be part of the campaign launch of Mana Ide Congrova. But let's move straight to check, because everything you are just saying. And that's just the fact that indeed, if care is not taken from myself, from what I'm observing, I think there will be little tensions in Nimba, and we hope and pray that
It will be
And
big
what
tension, not little,
Yeah.
big tension.
But Shaq gave us some of the updates quickly in Nimba.
Yeah, like Steve said, like he said that the issue of the money being distributed to the vice president, to the superintendent. Yeah, it is. Today, 3 hours ago, the superintendent was in Sanakure with the chief and elders of Nimba County, including all of the commissioners of Nimba and the chiefs were there in a meeting. She was telling them that in the past year, you guys are not been getting paid. So we want to make sure that at least at the end of every month, you should start getting something from today's date. But you got to support our candidate, and that money, some of you are distributed to some chief today. And in fact, you're telling them, convincing them that at the end of every year now, the chief is going to be getting money. But the chief has not been taking pay in Nimba County, town chief, parliament chief, they are not actually been taking pay. But besides commissioner, so I've been the cry from the chief as to what happened in the government, has not been paying attention to them. And there are people who receive screenshot almost every time, every day. They receive new screenshot and they interact with different people. They should be taking something, but only this election that they were able to be called today in Sanakure to have that long day meeting with them to see how best they can tell them that you guys going to be paid, and then they pay their transportation and they have a good time, and then they left because of the party candidate. So still it was on top of it. It is true that yes, some money was given to the superintendent, for that purpose. And besides that, the 2,000 distribution of solar panel light by the CMC political leader is still ongoing in the county, even though campaign is going closer to shut down. They still distributing solar panel light out of the towns and villages of Nimba County through the county chairperson, Honorable Jeremiah B. Nyaga, and the county chairman. And on the other hand, today, the National Election Commission co-chairperson today have Madam Reeve have begin this dialogue meeting with stakeholders in Nimba County as to how can they go through a peaceful election. And if this station was part of it, CPM represented this station as to how can we avoid pushing the wrong message to our people that there can be no bad effect during the course of the election. And so telling the public that pregnant women, old people should be part of the process in terms of voting. They should give them the first preference to go and vote and go back home. And in another development, a school building around the Makindo. Makindo is in Education District number 2, Nimba County. That's around the Sanakure Bell. That school have been dilapidated for a very long time, since October 2022. And the citizens of that area, they are calling upon the attention of the government, so the government can pay attention to them to see how best they can renovate our schools. That school, the storm took the roof on top of that school. Since then, nobody has paid attention to the only public school in Makino Education District number 2. And then another development here says this drive me setup are kind of complaining every day from the FDA. They drive me setup. People will go to Bui and Dodo way beyond around the resources and buy that driving on the way coming. Sometimes the security arrested. When the security arrested drive me, they don't do nothing with it. They don't see them doing anything with it, but neither they also consume it. This has been a serious alarm from the business people, and that the FDA are eating that dry meat over and over, and it is wrong. When they bring the dry meat, if they want them to get in part of it, or they should pay money for it, they should pay money, but they should stop eating their commodities, stop eating it in the name of, we don't want to see dry meat passing to the gate. We don't want to see dry, because that's what they can say. They will arrest on that. You get 25,000 goods, and then they will arrest it, but you don't see them burning it. You don't see them chunking it away. But these same people will take it to the Kobo settle shop, and then they will sell it to them. And then that's one of the major concerns right now in Nimba when it comes to the business with me. So they were talking about the government should come in. If there's any way they can allow them to be bringing out goods that they will not be aroused by the FDA, take it from there and eat it, because that's what they do sometimes to pay their children's school fee. Even though there are some animal who the government said they shouldn't kill, it is not good to kill them, but they got the one that the hunters can kill, and then they come and sell it. But they said when they go to the kosher, they can ask the people you get drive me. So that one of the things they were talking about. But it comes to the issue of the election. Supposed to launch a campaign tomorrow, maybe around the Ganta region, but she has not shown a specific area. And what we're hearing that we're expecting the former vice president to be part of that campaign launch. Jaga Korba is already in the county. Today he was around the Ganta region, speaking to citizens. But one of the things that baffle people since Jaga Korba came to Nimba, he has now opened his mouth to say anything in terms of insulting anybody. Right? He said he came to run campaign for a female, but not to be insulting people. Then the way the vice president did bring Prophet K to run campaign and then start insulting women right before other women, right before the superintendent, other people, they were there when Prophet K was insulting women and the issue of Prophet K insulting women, causing other people was he have gone by again. He has insulted with Samuel Coker, who he endorsed just all the weekend. Real woman cause, that would sometimes pronounce it. When I eat to him,
no, don't do that. But are you saying that after endorsing Honorable Samuel Coker, Prophet Key on the other end insulting his candidate or what?
He insulted his candidate. According to him, he want to warn his candidate that all the suffering he's going through, when he just made mistake and go the way he's not supposed to go after, maybe when you win the election, it's going to be a different thing between him and the two of them. He already insulted him. It's not good for the radio. So it shouldn't mean that what goes around comes around. And so
all right. Thank you, Chef. We will close all that on tomorrow by the grace of God because of the time of day. Being the Friday that day, so it take all of our time. But Steve, you just listen, and there are a lot of people trooping into Nimba as we speak, including the former ruling party. I'm seeing Honorable Akaras Moses Gray also posting that in fact he's on his way to Nimba, and even I'm also getting report that the former president elected be in Nimba also for the campaign both launch and close. Someone was talking about maybe whether it's campaign launch or is campaign close, any of them, but I think that both. So yes, indeed, hopefully on tomorrow, Mana either Congo where we will have a day on tomorrow. But Steve, what say you quickly before go to the line? All of the politics.
No, but let me say this, and I'm going behind the hostel talking. The tension in Nimba will increase. It will get violent. The tension there will increase. Let me say again, the tension in Nimba County will increase. The tension in Nimba County will increase. It will be violent. It will. And I'm going to hide it behind the horse. And I'm coming on the show to say, let's pray. And I'm praying. And I'm wasting my time on that. No, it's going to happen. Because the stage has been set for it to happen. Starting from the vice president, the sitting vice president, Jeremiah Kuhn, who has created tension, along with candidate Samuel Koga, along with the Prophet Key, or whoever. You think the Manigo people now forget that insult that they receive? You really think so? You don't even know the group of people you're operating with. They don't know who you're rolling with. Oh no, they have not forgotten it yet. And I want to say this for the very first time to Prophet Key. He needs to be very careful. He needs to be very... And on the scene show, we told y'all that the plan was they were going to deny him. If he misbehaved, they will arrest him. We said it on the show yet. Oh, let me let you know. If I was here, I'll cross the border and go back to Aricos. They made that plan to re-arrest you. And this time, rather than even using you, they will arrest you. Yeah. You know who you're operating with. You do not know who you are operating with. You don't know. Send a finish using you now. They will re-arrest you and keep you in store. Watch and see. And they will put other charges on you. Watch and see. And we'll see.
Thank you, my dear brother. So, Sheikh, we want you to take us from that end there in Nimba, since all eyes or all ears are all in Nimba, and all of the attention. So please go ahead and take calls for Nimba County.
Yes, I have to take calls, like you said. So yeah, you can call me on 0772-566-515, 0772-566-515, 0887-224-214, 0887-224-214, 0772-566-515, and you can have your say on some of the issues. Let me go to Orlando to take my very first call out this evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Okay.
Okay, I've been to all the conversation, you know. My thing brings me to the aspect of the vice president. I was pushing yesterday, pushing on people there, and now we are paying the yes what they ask. You know, it's like a pastor who tells someone to don't drink. Then later on you go into a shop, see the pastor drinking king. Now we put it for king. The real one that will make people drunk. I listen to the talk and say, when you take a pill, a political pill, they make you because the enemy best here to listen to anything that comes up. So we cannot statement in making, you know, that some of this statement that I don't know why we were pushing against the past government and the past government not proceeding well. And one of the real two on the past, or the one who and past president, one the person who controls the house, they see. But now you're coming out to say, you the head of the state, you're coming in Nimba County to make someone by force and force people by the way to put.
Thank you.
And I'll support the error or treasury,
yeah. 15 seconds now, we gotta go.
Hello?
Go ahead, 15 seconds, we gotta go to another quarter. Okay, when the vote send will get salary. Good evening. Good evening. Let us hear you. You're near Junior for where?
Northway. I'm joining you from Minnesota, Galway,
District number 9. Let's hear you.
For your expose in the video, we comment not this easy. But what I want to say is that what the month even before, they will bring them down. So this is that the money that the president is giving in the country, and then the country need that pay. So we receive money and vote again.
Okay. Vote against Samuel Gumbakoga when you receive the money. Good evening. Good evening.
How are you, sir?
Let's hear from Glaze up here. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me take another person. Good evening. Let's hear you. You're near Junior from where? Where? Go ahead.
Yeah. I want that Jeremiah Kuna everybody will in Nimba. That's why Nimba is now about Jamaku. And they said that you used to run a cabin, not to give money to people. Only to say I didn't want one. But Jerry share money from first to run from district to district in Nimba. Would that Jerry that? You not know where in Nimba. There's coming election, I come in Nimba. One more, I come in for be my room.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me go to this line, to this caller.
Yeah, hello.
Let's hear you.
Okay, thank you. My name is from Kanta.
Let's hear you from Kanta.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to say to the president for his involvement in the election. Nimba for campaigning for his party. You know, it's that everyone wanted to be got here. This was the basis at the time when my dad, it was Johnson Selig, Madam Selig, that came down for a representative seat. He was someone who was technically running campaign. So they had not been a friend of the guy. Joe Howard was also him running campaign for the senatorial election. So it's not the friend of the guy.
Okay, let me tell this person. Good evening. Hello. Where do you call from? Okay, go ahead. Okay, we should be very careful, Jeremiah. To this caller, good evening. Hello.
Yeah, this is Sktv-Lib calling from
Go ahead, Chief.
Yes, with regard to my brother running campaign, it's time for me, has me to be, because all of those that you form, all of those that, so like, you know, we're talking about today, I've been one of the students for it, since it's been running. But it is at the start, the barren water hole, then free to see the people, small gas and cars, and what you want to do. So for me, I found myself coming to the matter of go for 7 quarter.
Okay, thank you. Good evening. Take 2 moves, then I'll go to Melbourne.
But for me, you put me down for what?
Go ahead now. You got 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Well, I was
Mm. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Very fast person proceed. You're not pleased. Second to last caller. Let's hear you.
My name is Rafa Dilama, who's joining from Destiny of Hope.
Let's hear you from District 4.
Yeah. What I want to tell is for Nimba, the issue of a vice president can be all around. It is a concept when a president votes, we should double the people. This government was the cause of the death of Senator Johnson today, which all of them passing around things Senator Johnson's legacy. What is called legacy? Tell Senator Johnson died in school and I'm hoping today, that's what a legacy then will give their money and will go for Manakilo Congo.
Thank you. Final the last caller for me tonight. Mama,
you just call me up.
Go ahead now.
Okay, one thing I want for us to pray to all say is all of these network, they are the people that work government. I even have witness to him. One guy is a thought or correct inspector in working to about the time for Okay.
Thank you, and we'll leave it at that. We'll cross over to Melbourne. We got to
so
go.
0770
So Melbourne, you listen to
yes. Yes, indeed, my brother. 0770-203-125. That's the number to call for those of you that are right here in the nation capital. You can now place in your calls and tell us exactly what your take on what we've been talking about, especially when it comes to the Nimba elections. I know there are a lot of attentions, and yes, the election, that's what Nimba County look like. And I even know some people are not calling it a D-Day or maybe prelude to 2029. So let me move straight to the line and interact with our caller. Hello, today's caller. Good evening. Hello. Yes, hello, my brother. Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead, you live.
Yeah, I'm Ibrahim Sawa. Hello.
Hello, go ahead, you live. Abraham, we listen to you.
Yeah, I'm Ibrahim Sawa, speaking from Yameston County, District Monabina.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, while the election are between, let me just say Jeremiah Pango and Madam Ilewe Congo, he called for Jeremiah Pango to come down and contest for central position. You will lose the vote, Madam Ilewe Congo will go as senator in the House. Because the way in which he is doing it, we prove it to him that he is nowhere in Nimba County. He don't have no power in Nimba County. Madam Ilewe Congo will go as senator. I don't care what he do.
All right. I'm also watching, seeing some seditions, back-to-back dancing. Hello, today's caller. Good evening.
Yeah, ma'am. How you doing, brother?
We okay. Thank God for life. Go ahead. Your name and from where you join us.
Okay, I'm Chris Buell. This is my first time calling on this show. I've been a silent listener. I've been monitoring you guys.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you guys for the show always, and but today I actually felt bad about conversation pertaining to the religious conversation that you guys are having. We don't know much about the Bible. And there's a scripture that talks about not being fully yoked with unbelievers. And there's a guy among you guys, the way of conversation is not a way to discuss a religious issue. So I thank you so much. But if you guys are having a show, it's good that MC or who is the moderator have a platform or to discuss issue to discuss. Then you guys get discussing anything pertaining to things that are not even part of the discussion. So thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Keep a calls coming 0770203125. That's the beauty of what we're talking about here. Give people the right to freely associate and freely disassociate. That's the best thing to do. People have to talk, agree, and to disagree. I like that. Today's caller, good evening. Hello, my dear. Go ahead.
Yeah, I speak on Wella community.
Thank you. Go ahead quickly, my dear.
Yeah, as this election are coming around, and Samuel Kuga, the food that they made too much. So they may already win the election. Those people are rushing at there wait for 2029.
All right. Thank you. Let them wait for 2029. So this caller will take one or two more calls. We'll cross over to our team. Yeah, hello. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Sam Doba calling from Motorola from Nimba.
Thank you. Go ahead, Sam.
Yes, the election in Nimba, people looking at Jeremiah Conway campaign. It is not unusual to Liberians. Even people say, see, joggers all go to Nimba the road campaign. Let you go there. We know you will go there. You go there, you will not succeed. Quickly, the election in Nimba will Ide has been a candidate from day one. It's just be what they call election in Nimba. But 2023, when CDC or opposition or unity party on the run-up, we need Ide. Even the position you have to occupy now, Ide has just remained mute. Then now that position before Ide will drop. But she turn around to vote for CDC, you have to take small care on CDC and small money and this and that. So now in Nimba, you're looking at it. Nobody can pull against Sam Coker.
All right. Thank you so much. Sam Coker will win the election. To the last caller quickly, then we'll go. Hello.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Chairman, you got to call me after this show, please, because we found some time you got to come on the show, please. Yeah, thank you.
I want to thank you and Steve and the rest of the panel. President Mon were very brief for us today, but it was a great show. And I like the diversity in going Nimba and coming Morovia. The election is tense, and Steve said it right. It's going to be tension back. And the reason is simple. We don't pray for any death, but this could be maybe they won the election before 2029. What you see, Mrs. Salif endorsing Joe President Weah is expected to go, and the tension is because of 2029. If Jeremiah Kuhn and Koga win, trust me, they will tell you that they beat Josh Weah, they beat Joe Howard Taylor, they beat Charlie Brodsky, they beat everybody. If they lost too, they're going to be problem for them. But this is a 11-month case. It's a good test case. It's a test catch-22 question for 2029. Do not overlook what is happening. Any side that emerge, they stand a better chance comes 2029 because it's going to be a factor. They're going to use it as a boost. If the Koga and Kuhn can win, they will take it will be Ellen Johnson, will be George Weah, will be Joe Howard Taylor, Chad Brodsky. If they lost, that means Edith or Mike Lincoln, the side that will win, we say will beat President Waka, will beat the Vice President, will beat Koga. So it's a semi-final to 2029.
All right, thank you.
It's a good election.
Thank you. Call me immediately after the show. I like that. It's a semi-final. Or Steve, somebody was quoting the scripture, even though the president did not know the Bible, but he said, "Don't be equally, you know, the country injustice." I like my country.
Well, I listen to.
So I might be equally yoked with you, yeah, my brother. Well,
so I listened to a lot of the callers. Thank you to the last caller. He was 100% right. This election is bigger than we think. That's why it's important that people get their acts together and keep their minds on the grind, their eyes on the ground as well. To the people who call and talk about the religious part, that they follow the show, but we talk about religious thing or whatever it is. Let me say this to you, or to you guys, everybody who call, the religious part. I will say it like that. I will don't say. If you think I'm going to change it, you're wasting your time. I'm not going to change it. Nope, I'm not. I stand by everything I say here today. I meant everything I say here today. And if you don't like it, that's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes we got to disagree. There's nothing wrong with disagreements. I don't have problem with disagreement. I don't have problem with people disagreeing with me. Say it's not an issue for me. It's your issue. It's not my issue. You have to go reconcile yourself with your agreement or your disagreement. That's not my problem. I also don't have problem with people who agree with me. That's not my issue. I don't come on the show to look for agreement, disagreement. You like me, you don't like me. It doesn't matter to me. No. You got the end of the day. So I turn this camera on. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to watch my football game, put my phone in the air, AC blowing me. I will eat good, sleep good, watch the news, watch TV, follow your politics on Facebook, do whatever I got to do. Life goes on for me. I am good. But when I turn the camera on, I will say as it is. To the people in Nimba County, I want to say this for one of the very first time. I think the CDC has done what is right by trooping into Nimba. This is the right thing to do. Jeremiah Kuhn, I hear many of you calling. The other caller that called before the last caller that said he used to support Edith Allah. That man, from hearing his voice, the fact that he can come in public and lie like that, this will tell you that he's part of those liars and those crooked group of people. The Unity Party, the Jeremiah Kuhn, the Samuel Koga. I don't even know, what kind of sound people can sit there and support somebody like Samuel Koga. No serious person can support Samuel Koga. Let me say it today. Whether you woman or you man. I see some of these ladies and passing around supporting Samuel Koga. No serious minded person that mean any well for their life or the life of the people in Nimba County or the children, especially if you're from Nimba, will support somebody like Samuel Koga to be senator. Somebody like, let me say it again, somebody like Samuel Koga to be senator in Nimba County. Samuel Koga is a joke. Let me say it to you. Samuel Koga is an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment. I leave your try a little bit with Yan Twain. When he's speaking or when he's talking, he can make a little bit of sense. But the Samuel Koga, the Jeremiah Kuhn, all of them don't make no sense. They're just a bunch of thieves. And now the one you're passing around wasting your time with. You also will be discussing Samuel Koga. You see how you're bringing your content to a low level. You also will be discussing Samuel Koga. I see someone, our friend on Facebook, friends of Koga. Friend, I say, look at it, when you're addicted to criminality. Only criminal that you can support. Only people with think that characters you can support. When you ask them why they're supporting Samuel Koga, we want one Guillaume man and one Mano man. Nothing they got to say, nothing else. Oh, that Guillaume people turn. Guillaume people get turn. You want to talk about Guillaume people turn? When Prince Johnson, he won almost 827 years, you say that Guillaume people turn? You really see about you? You really see about you? Like Guillaume people turn? Shame on all of you who support Samuel Koga.
Well,
shame on you. You are a disgrace to Nimba County. You are a disgrace to the country. Shame on you to support somebody like Samuel Koga. Samuel Koga has done nothing for himself. He has benefited nothing with the Nimba County people. 13 years he been a representative. What has he done? What has he done to benefit the people in a district? What has he done? Point me to one thing he has done. And I will support Samuel Koga. No, there is not. But let me turn it back to you, man.
Yes, indeed. So we gotta go. Thanks to all of you. Thanks to Sheikh. Let me say good night. We're already out of time. So indeed, hopefully on tomorrow we'll be highlighting all of the happening in Nimba County, and we'll be looking at all of the tension park that Steve just said. And Steve is right, 100% that indeed there's serious. In fact, there will be a serious tension park. So we're going to look at all of the security issues and so forth. So good night to all of you. Good night to all of you. Thank you so much for always following SKTV. We love you.
Thank you.
Check.
Thank you, Mabel. Thank you. We'll do it better tomorrow.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The brothers giving the care, the parents from there. The welcome and life with African.
I live for health.
Master.
Play Paris, who make you? I can't Sktv menu. Say my journey, Tina can I say my yamu. And yes, I know money. Emu aye yo. And you love me. Emu aye yo. What is
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Muscle Rider, Lofa, and Grandmaster.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't flee ya to money, and I could go ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't flee ya to money, and I could go ya to money, and I forget it now ya to money. That's the TV, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Muscle Rider, Lopa, and Grandmaster.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and the premise my best. The work with my life with us, yeah. From Grandfather Nimba to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Monserrat, Sanu to Backbaloo, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.